Well, that was a mistake on my part. I'm very sorry. Jeez, I accidentally left my microphone still muted. But anyway, you'll be given a wheel in order to get the letter that'll be played for you throughout the game. Solve the 12-word puzzles. If you type in the wrong letter, you get a strike. If you get the wrong one and you type in too many strikes, you're out for the night. You can be able to use an extra life except on the final puzzle. If you make it to the final puzzle and solve it correctly, you will win a share of cash prize. Blah 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 blah. You should know how it works by now. How now, word nerds? This is HQTV Words, the game where the fastest pickle fingers of fate formulate phrases and phonics for fun and frivolity with me, Farad Muhammad. And I am joined by 54 players. Beautiful. So glad you can all join us, including my wife, Patty, who I met for the first time 8 years ago today. Nothing says happy anniversary like commandeering the home office to pretend I'm like Gammon Roisman for 20 minutes. So all my love and thanks for your patience as always. If you have friends who have already jailbroken the app, tell them to join in right now. And also, if you haven't already, be sure to follow the HQTV team on Twitter at PlayHQTV for all updates and to be notified for all upcoming games. You can also join the HQTV community by joining our Discord. You can screen cap the game right now in order to accept the invite by opening the link within, either using the QR code or the text link. You'll be invited to converse with each other beyond the little chat at the bottom of your screen here. And hey, if you'd like to be a part of the HQTV crew, whether it's to host, write, or many other ways to volunteer, just let us know via our Discord or Twitter. As always, this independently made fan game is not produced by HQ Trivia LLC. Also, let us know on the Twitter or Discord if anything goes askew during tonight's games, like me being muted for the entirety of the goddamn intro. Anyway, I have 12 back-to-school themed word puzzles for you, along with 9 strikes, but hopefully you won't need them. If you get to the last puzzle and solve it correctly, you will win a share of the cash prize of $5. However, if you'd like to donate your winnings back to HQTV to help these games coming, there should be a donate button where your winnings are listed in the app. We're also kicking off our back-to-school season here on HQTV. For the rest of this month and the entirety of September, you will earn points by answering correctly during words, trivia, and the daily challenges. Once you get up to 5,000 points, you move up to level 1, and you reach higher levels when you reach more points. For each level, you will earn a permanent free strike for the rest of the season. You can also collect coins playing words, trivia, and the daily challenges. You can use those coins to get extra lives, erasers for trivia, and super spins for words in the storage section of this app. Anyway, it is now time to spin that wheel around my face. So spin, spin, spin. Round and round it goes. Where it stops is right over my nose. Alrighty then. Well, may that letter aid you in your journey. Let me know what letter you got in the chat. And be sure to pick up a super spin to reveal more letters on the wheel in the storage section of this app. Let's see what we got here. We got yourselves an A, a V, another V, an I, and a life, an L, an A, and the Scholastic Book Fair. Let's dive right in. Since this is a back-to-school themed game, you can consider me the cool substitute that plays words games during class, except I'm also giving away $5. Our first lesson involves a name that is synonymous with literary genius. Centuries later, his work remains the cornerstone of countless studies, solidifying his status as an unparalleled author. With nimble wit and mind of keenest edge, I doth approach the puzzle's cryptic maze. Each letter plays a careful measured pledge to form a word of meaning, light, and grace. The first step taken, victory in sight. To be or not to be. Not to be. Anyway, you know his name, you know his works. We were looking for that spoony bard of Avon, William Shakespeare. Willie Shakes, that's right. And 47 of you managed to get that right. Unfortunately, for 15 of you, all's well that ends well, unless you have an extra life. Alrighty then. From the quill tip narrow to the sleek graphite of modernity, the evolution of writing instruments is a captivating journey. This progression finds its epitome in precision and artistry on the name seen on billions of pencils. How fortunate that a pencil puzzle was number 2. This company has been around for over 190 years, one of the oldest companies in America, becoming renowned as one of the premier manufacturers of pencils, pens, and other art supplies. You may have seen the name when you started class, if you haven't already. Okay, named after the city that its graphite is processed, one of the most commonly used pencil brands is Ticonderoga. Yes, indeed, Ticonderoga is what we're looking for here. And wow, we are so close to getting schooled on that one here. 27 of you got that one. Unfortunately, 25 of you unfortunately we were erased. I don't know how to tell you right there. But hopefully you'll be able to use those extra lives there. Okay. Just as a perfectly sharpened pencil requires precision and control, school athletes need to master their craft with similar focus. From the mental acuity of strategizing plays to the physical prowess of execution, human skill and teamwork are key to mastering this particular sport. All right, listen up. These puzzles ain't no walk in the park. It's a tough opponent, and it's got to test everything you got. But this isn't about winning or losing. It's about how you play the game. You show heart, you show character, you leave it all out there. You don't quit. You find a way. You overcome. Now go out there and let's win this thing. Or not. Because it said it wasn't about winning or losing. Anyway, it's the most played sport among schools worldwide. You might think it's American gridiron football, but given like shows like Friday Night Lights, but we were actually talking about soccer or traditional football. Yes, indeed. And it looks like the 33 of you managed to get that one right. 6 of you, unfortunately, were offside. Just as a soccer field requires precise coordination and energy, the intricate dance of life hinges on microscopic arenas. At the heart of these minuscule stages where the vital processes unfold reside the mitochondria. This lesson is probably one of the only things you remember from biology class if you graduated some years ago like myself, along with the number of chromosome pairs, the sliminess of the dissected frog, ATP, DNA, RNA, HBO, Cinemax, Lifetime television for women. And there we go. It's the organelle that supplies energy and adrenaline, or as it's called in biology class, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Yes, indeed. And it looks like that 30 of you managed to get that one right. Unfortunately, 4 of you were incorrect. But hopefully, once again, you can be able to use those extra lives if necessary. As we established, the mitochondria provides the energy necessary for life's processes. In a similar way, our modern world is fueled by a constant influx of information. One major delivery method of this relentless stream, however, can become an overwhelming distraction. Now, this is a little meta. Usually I don't give such a revealing clue this late in the game, but it's this. It's what you're looking at and playing on right now. It's a good thing school isn't in session because you might have it taken away by your teacher. What do we got here in the chat here? Yes, the only one thing you remember there, mitochondria. Yeah. Oh, some of you guys managed to level up. Fantastic. Alrighty then. Let's continue on here. It's one of the most problematic and popular distractions in modern school. Back in 2018, school children around the country would stop in the middle of class and play the afternoon version of HQ Trivia on their cellular devices. And it looks like the 29 of you managed to get that one right. Unfortunately, 2 of you became obsolete with another newer model. Forged from intricate circuits and design, this mythical craftsman was renowned for his mastery over metal and flame. From the depths of the earth to the heights of Olympus, his creations were born in the crucible of fire. Fire. I'm sure a lot of you studied the Greek myth at some point during your educational careers. Stories of gods like immortals like Zeus, Hercules, Athena, Hades, Aphrodite, Dionysus, materials here. Alrighty then. In some myths, Prometheus stole the fire that he was to give to mortals from the forge of the god of fire, volcanoes, metalworking, blacksmiths, and other traits. The Greek god named Hephaestus. Hephaestus is what we were looking for here. And it looks like that 26 of you managed to get that one right. Unfortunately, 4 of you let the pilot light out. Alrighty then. Well, all right then. If you're still in it to win it, give yourself a pat on the back because we are now officially halfway through tonight's game. Hephaestus' mythological forge, where creation sprang from chaos, mirrors the controlled environment of scientific experimentation. Likewise, patterns of inheritance are meticulously analyzed and predicted, much like the craftsman carefully shaping his masterpiece in the realm of biology. This is yet another item you may have learned about in biology class. You have 15 seconds until this puzzle is recessed, and I'm sure that you'll dominate it in finding the correct answer. You don't even need to have the right pair of jeans in order to solve it. Okay, I'm done with it. You know, I hope No, not hepatitis, hephaestus. Anyway, I'm sure that you've drawn these to predict genotypes when you're in your biology class predicting experiments of breeding experiments of flowers, or determining whether or not somebody has a blonde hair or green eyes. We are, of course, talking about the old classic Punnett square. And it looks like that 24 of you managed to get that one right. Unfortunately, 5 of you managed to get that one incorrect. But if you still have those extra lives, so you'll be able to just jump right back into it. Alrighty. The school system in general seems like it has been around forever, but actually it doesn't even predate the pyramids. It's said that the first school system was developed in what is now China. Now I gave you the where. Can you give me the when? We're looking for the span of time before a pivotal year, so hopefully that helps. Just remember that there was no year zero. I can go on and on about how the world celebrated the millennium erroneously almost 25 years ago in the year 2000, but those who know me know that I cannot and will not stop, so I'll just make that into a trivia question for later on here. Okay, we were looking for the period of time between 2000 and 1001 years before the Common Era, or the second millennium BC. Yes, indeed. And 20 of you managed to get that one right. Unfortunately, 5 of you flunked out because we're against the school system here. Anyway, alrighty. So with that said, it's math time. Math with words? Yes, that's what we're talking about. There are many different equations and differential equations that you can use in many types of situations. Like the area of a circle is pi times r squared. The volume of a cube is the length of one of its sides cubed. And the equation to graph a parabola is... We're dealing with a 2D parabola, not a 3D paraboloid, just to let you know. There's also the quadratic equation. X is equal to opposite b plus or minus the square root of b minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, there you go here. So we got here in the chat here. Yes, of course. The only part of biology I understood. Calculus. No, not calculus. This is algebra. All right, pencils down. The equation for a parabola is in the standard form where a, b, and c are some constant values. It goes y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Yes, indeed. And it looks like that 9 of you unfortunately got that one right, and 13 of you managed to get that one incorrect. That means that's a schooled question. Hopefully we'll be able to get that schooled animation at some point in time. But anyway, unfortunately, 13 of you got eaten by Mr. Glitch. And if you know that reference, I'm sorry for your back pain. Alrighty then. Splendid. We've covered a bevy of subjects as we go into double digits here in our game. But now it's time for some driver's ed. So put your hands in 10 and 2 and tell me what speed you would need to drive at in poor visibility at an unprotected railroad crossing. Seatbelts on, keep the steering wheel straight, and check your mirrors. Be sure to use your turn signal and turn your headlights on at night. Don't use the high beams except in an emergency, and if parking on an incline, apply the parking brake and turn your wheels toward the curb so the car doesn't roll into the street. Okay. Now there's your stop sign. When in low visibility, if you are driving up to an unprotected railroad crossing, meaning without the lowering gates or the bells or the lights, you should be driving at 15 miles an hour. And also don't stop on the tracks there. And it looks like that 16 of you managed to get that one right. None of you hit the traffic cones. All right, then you're all getting licenses. Fan-dang-tastic. Now, we go from driver's ed to physics. Yeah, the school day is all over the place. Anyway, today we will talk about energy. In particular, thermodynamic energy. Let's say you have a gram of water. Oh, okay, well, I'll just say this here. Let's say you have a gram of water and you want to raise its temperature by 1 degree. What sort of specific heat would you need to accomplish this? Kind of got cut into the thing a little bit early. That's all right there. Of course, we're talking metric because talking about raising the temperature in Fahrenheit of water in foot-pounds just sounds weird. Alrighty then. The amount of specific heat energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree is 4 1800ths joules per gram per degrees Celsius. That's a long one right there. And it's split 8 and 8. Alrighty then. Hopefully the 8 of you that didn't make it will be able to use your extra lives. But for the 8 of you that are still playing, are you ready? Because it is now time for the final puzzle. If you made it this far, be proud and be humble. If you get this puzzle right, you'll win or share that cash prize. No extra lives, no mercy. So flex those thumbs because here we go. A simple string of words, often overlooked, holds a unique linguistic quality. This innocuous sentence has become a cornerstone for developing proficiency in a skill essential to modern communication. This foundational exercise has been employed for generations to hone the art of typing. This is the last puzzle, so no hints from me. Good luck. Okay. Of the alphabet was used in it. Now, this is a rare case in HQTV words. A strike-free puzzle. Every letter was valid, but could you type in all 26 letters in time to type out the phrase, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog? Let's find out. 13 of you. Unfortunately, one of you did not make it, but 13 of you have won tonight's episode of HQTV Words. Congratulations to all of you. You came, you saw, you solved. You've each split the $5, which now comes to 38 or 39 cents per person, depending on where the cookie crumbles there. And the winner's circle is ABC News, Nova Steven, Eugene, back and better than ever. Izzy, Microwave, Soft Cell Tacos, K Bendel, Maybe Today Satan, no, not today Satan, Urban Sombrero, Poop Loop, SJP 103, Chica 1359, and Worst Ken Ever. You have all become 38 cents richer, at least. Fantastic. Alrighty. Well, as always, thanks again to the HQTV crew. It is a pleasure, honor, and a personal thrill to host these games. And of course, thanks to all of you for joining us and for your patience. Tell your friends to prep the app and follow the HQTV Twitter feed at PlayHQTV for all updates. And if you haven't already, remember to join the HQTV community TV and chat up with fellow fans and get additional notifications on upcoming games by setting up in our Discord. Take a screen cap of the game right now and use the QR code or web address to join in. We're also looking for hosts, writers, and more in the HQTV crew. Send a DM to the crew via the HQTV Twitter or Discord and let us know how you would like to volunteer. Special thanks to the creators of HQ Words' graphics, music, sounds, and development, including Kevin Shand, Mavis Everett, Marcus Eckert, Russell Weiner, Colin Kroll, and countless others. This fan-run project is a labor of love, and it would not have looked nearly as nice without the work that you have all put into it. Join us for our next trivia game on Thursday, the 22nd, and we will return to the Lexicon Fab here on HQTV Words on August the 31st. Until then, you can follow me on Twitter, Threads, and Instagram at FARD Muhammad, and you can visit my website at heyitsfard.com. This has been Farad Muhammad, and this class may be dismissed, but back to school season is just beginning. Good night.